Hello, hopefully you're having a great evening. I just wanted to come to you to kind of share what is, how much does a bookkeeper charge for a small business? So this is a really, really cool kind of question because this video is probably going to get views from two sides of the equation. So the business owner looking to outsource or hire a bookkeeper or accountant, and the bookkeeper slash accountant who is looking to learn how to price their services a little bit better. Now, let's just even start. So I'm going to focus mainly on the bookkeepers who are trying to learn how to charge. And what do you have to really keep in mind in order to know, like, are you charging the right rate? Are you undercharging? Are you overcharging? Are you right in the sweet spot? And what are some things you have to kind of look out for? I wish if I had known this about 7 years ago, it probably would have been a lot easier for me to go and grow based on what I know now. So a lot of people are thinking about pricing. And it's not only just about pricing, it's really about, just like I was talking about, the sales process as well as your mindset. And like, what are you really kind of looking to work for, work with, or take? Right, because there's a lot of people who, as soon as the business owner starts saying, I don't really know the value, I don't really understand this, why don't we go like a lower rate? Most people, they get scared of the person kind of walking away or losing the business, so they take on the client just so they can say they have another client, right? And it's very easy to do so because when you're first getting started, a lot of people, like, their goal is to almost like fill up this gas tank of, I have 100 clients, or I have like 25 clients, or I have 30 clients, right? But what they don't really understand is, like, you probably wouldn't even understand how many people come to me and they already have 20 to 30 clients. When you ask them how much money they're making per month, they're like, I'm making like 7 grand a month. And I'm like, oof, oof. That's not a huge amount, dog. And a lot of them like, yeah, I'm charging some like 100, charging some 150, like some 200. My prices are just so low, and I'm like, we have to really strategically kind of raise your standards and raise what you are expecting. For example, like when Melissa Hearn first came into the program, she had like a bunch of clients that were paying her like 150, or some of them were even paying her like 150 every quarter. So it would just be like $50 a month she was charging to do all this work for them. And it was just kind of like, dude, like, we had to kind of dig deep into like her psychology, her viewpoint on money, like what was a reasonable range, what is money. And like for example, like she didn't really understand that money isn't really a thing, right? People, when they're new to business and they're used to like either working for somebody else, they don't really understand that money is not necessarily just a static thing, right? It's really about energy and excitement, right? And the more excited that you get the other person, the more money you can actually charge them for. And oftentimes the more money that someone has, so if a potential client is making 7 or 8 figures, it's a lot easier to get them more excited because they're looking and they're visionaries and they're trying to go really fast. So you just excite them a little bit more. They have more money inside the bank to give you. They know they can replenish that stream of income a lot, just extremely quickly. And then they can pay you 4 grand a month and not even feel it, right? For these 8 figure businesses, think about it. For an 8 figure business, they're making anywhere between, $900, I'm sorry, $900,000 per month, all the way up to what? Some are making like 10 grand, I'm sorry, 10 million a month, right? You don't think they can pay you 4 grand every single month? They'll have 886,000 per month left. But a lot of people get really scared and they just really want to get the client. It's like, you gotta just kind of realize, hold your horses. If the person is not quite ready to pay you the amount of money you need, just kind of let them go for a little while, because what's going to happen is they're going to go and they're going to try, someone really cheap, like a $100 an hour or $100 per month kind of person. I was speaking to this young lady in Messenger today about like joining the mentorship program, and she had said, I had thought about joining your mentorship program like 3 months ago, but I was afraid that it was going to be a lot of money, so I went with this cheaper program. And it's like, oh, how is that going? Well, there wasn't any support in it. It wasn't exactly what I expected, and yeah, so I lost $1,000, and I lost a lot of time. Like, like, and now since she didn't have a huge amount of money before, and they're living kind of on savings, now she's kind of getting close to zero. And I'm like, dude, it's the same thing with your accounting clients. Like, you literally get what you pay for. Right. And $1,000, that's a lot of money, to be honest. Like, that's not like chump change when you're first starting out. But I mean, think about it. If all you have to do is either pay someone like 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, and then it gets you a business that goes and grows to $100,000 every single year for the rest of your career. I mean, what's 5 grand? Like sometimes people come on the phone and they're like, Bryce, like your program is so expensive. And I'm like, okay, it's not expensive when you make $100,000 like my students make. Because when you have a recurring revenue type business, not only when you get to 100,000, but money doesn't just stop. It's 100,000 this year, then 100,000 next year, then 100,000 the year after that. And as long as you don't lose clients, as long as you have the ability to go and get clients really quickly, it makes it very easy for you to kind of maintain that rate. And then it's like, so think about it. If you made $100,000 in year number one, and then year number two, you did the exact same, like you didn't grow, you stopped for whatever reason, you just stopped growing, right? Then in year three, you already got $300,000 from, let's say, for example, that the investment for my course is 6 grand, right? What is that? What is that percentage? So let me actually do this calculator. So 6,000 divided by $300,000. That's 2%. You just gave me 2% of your revenue to go in and grow your business. So it's the same thing when you're trying to sell someone on your accounting and bookkeeping services. You have to kind of put it in perspective to them. Like, what are they getting for this? Like, and just really focus them on the goal. And that's how you start really charging for, your accounting and bookkeeping service. I know we've been all over the place, like how much does a bookkeeper charge? But what I basically just showed at first was, hey, this is what you need to charge at least per hour in order to make 100,000 per year. Next, we talked about like what are the things that actually impact your ability to charge and raise your price. So if you don't want to be that person, just go ahead and book the call. I mean, it's one of those things. You make your money back so easy. Plus, the lifestyle you get from it is just crazy. So if that's you, book your call. If not, and you're not ready yet, that's a-okay too. Keep watching the videos, and then maybe one day we can go and accomplish your dreams together. Okay, so I will talk to you soon. I will see you in the next video.